starts to dance. Tickets run wild like a snake in the grass. Fingers twitch fast, orders thrown in. Dreams on the line, world spinning again. Shots like a maze, my head's on fire. Failure whispers, but I aim higher. Prop test gates trying to shake my pride. Won't stay down, I'll break the tide. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick. Test after test, I'm kissing the edge. Risk and reward, I made my pledge. Futures clash, the screen's alive. Bankroll breathing, it's how I survive. Fear and greed, they speak my name. Fight through shadows, win this game. Strategy tied, I'm locked and loaded. Profit streams, my brain's decoded. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick. Ooh, I'm moody for the bag, man. Like a looking at the tag, man. I'm ready for a nut, yeah. We'll keep our stand, get current now. More money for the bag, man. Like a looking at the tag, man. I'm ready for a nut, yeah. We'll keep our stand, get current. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick. Eyes on the screen, blood starts to dance. Tickets run wild like a snake in the grass. Fingers twitch fast, orders thrown in. Dreams on the line, world spinning again. Shots like a maze, my head's on fire. Failure whispers, but I aim higher. Prop test gates trying to shake my pride. Won't stay down, I'll break the tide. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick. Test after test, I'm kissing the edge. Risk and reward, I made my pledge. Futures clash, the screen's alive. Bankroll breathing, it's how I survive. Fear and greed, they speak my name. Fight through shadows, win this game. Strategy tied, I'm locked and loaded. Profit streams, my brain's decoded. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick. Ooh, I'm moody for the bag, man. Like a looking at the tag, man. I'm ready for a nut, yeah. We'll keep our stand, get current now. More money for the bag, man. Like a looking at the tag, man. I'm ready for a nut, yeah. We'll keep.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? Good morning. We're ready to rock and roll. Somebody give me a sound check, mic check. Everything is good. Let me see if I'm seeing myself on the other screen, and we're good to go. Fabio, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Nico, good morning. Everybody's good. Everybody's good. How we doing? Evgeny. David, good morning. Who's new today? Who's hanging out with me for the first time, or first time this week, or just a couple of times, so I can explain to you what we're trying to do here, how we're trying to trade. You know what I need to do? I want to do this. This. I want to get rid of this. Why can't I see a BK scalper? I want to take alerts off so we don't see the alerts. Those of you guys who are okay, those of you guys who asked me to enable wealth charts have been enabled for you, so you should be able to see them. If you want to be able to get a hold of this product on wealth charts, here's the link to get a hold of our service, and you'll get wealth charts and trading view, everything all at once. We got a relatively quiet, very, very quiet day today. However, I was able to actually, I was up early today and I was able to trade this tight range really, really well, precisely because we're doing two sides of the trade. We're basically trading both sides of the market right now, very, very quietly. I actually have, I have a tiny little position. Yeah, I have a position in NASDAQ right now that I'm trading long here, just a micro position. I've been doing kind of mix and match between micros and E-minis, and now I'll go to regular, to mini sizes. But it's been a really great experience. If you're sort of, not confident of the setup, not confident of the trade, and just want to get a vibe for the market, and the market was just very, very flat and range bound the whole afternoon long, morning long, then the best thing to do is just to do one micro size and get yourself very, very comfortable on the entries. Where's the indicator in wealth charts? Okay, what you do is you go into on any wealth charts platform, right click it, you go add indicators, okay, right here, and the menu comes up, and you're going to go into marketplace, and in marketplace says Boris Schlossberg, and in Boris Schlossberg you want to choose BK scalper, and that is where your indicator will be. Okay, so if you are enabled for it, if you emailed me yesterday, yesterday, everybody, you have to have a wealth charts account. You have to be either part of my wealth charts program, or you have to be a lifetime member. You will be enabled at that point. Santiago says he just found out what prop trading is. What are the pros and cons versus using your own capital, and which one do you focus on? Good morning. So the pros are massive. It's 99% pros and 1% cons. And the reason why, and not that there's no cons in prop trading, there's lots, but when you're comparing it against your own account, especially if you're young and new and want to learn how to trade, there's absolutely no better way how to learn to trade than through prop trading. Because the critical thing, the single biggest reason why prop trading is so valuable. You know what, guys? You know what I'm going to do? Just hang tight. I'm sorry, guys. I want to go to my other screen, because one of the cool things about wealth charts, and one of the things that kind of sucks about TraderBait, is I can't have two screens. So I want to just put gold on my other screen, so I can switch around, and if there's setups on gold, I can watch them. All right, cool. All right, there's setups on gold, I can watch them. All right, nice. Anyways, so and now we can watch NASDAQ, because I have a tiny little position here on mini NASDAQ. Maybe it's going to the 455. Let's see if it can hit me. So There we go. And I'm filled on Nasdaq. Back to MNQ to NQ. What time is it? 9:25. Tempted to get long this positive trade. This market has been just sort of very, very flat. But within this flat, there's a huge amount of ability to taking out 5 points, 5 points, 5 points all across the spectrum. And I've been able to do this actually pretty well this morning. As I said, I've been alternating between trading super, super tiny and just trading regular size. I'm going to start trading regular size now, come hell or high shine. The only thing that sort of makes me want to hold off a little bit is that we're 5 minutes to the open. So usually I make always the mistake of trading before the open, and I always get trapped. So today I'm going to practice good habits, and 9:25 to 9:35. Let's call that our no man's land. 9:25 to 9:35 New York. The 5 minutes before the open, 5 minutes after the open, we won't trade. It'll be my new promise. As Jews on Yom Kippur, which is our holiest day, we always say al het, which means I repent, I have sinned. This is my number one trading sin. Trade into the open. So I'm going to practice what I preach today. So back to why prop trading. Prop trading, single greatest reason is you're trading real market instruments, real market prices, real market platforms for a tiny, tiny amount. If you, for example, sign up with Apex today, which is like the last day in their big sale, you can buy a $50,000 account for a whopping $33. That gives you access to being able to trade up to $50,000 of notional value in the account. If you happen to be like a savant and so great that you're instantly good at trading, you can run that to $53,000 and get funded, and then be able to trade a regular account. Most likely, you're probably going to blow it up, but think about the difference. If you're trading your own account, it's very, very possible you can blow up 5,000, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, 10,000 before you even begin to learn anything, just by being in the market and just learning how to press buttons. So this is an incredibly inexpensive way to learn for real how to trade markets. And that is the greatest thing about prop trading. Then the second thing, of course, is it's a limited risk way of being able to get paid, because if you do you do become good, you're spending $30, $40, $100, $200, $300, $400, $500, $600 for possible payouts of $2,000, $5,000, $10,000, down the road. And of course, the third way is that the skills that you learn in prop trading are very, very applicable to your real account. I've been trading my real account along with my prop account side by side, and my real account is doing really well precisely because we've been able to work out all of these techniques on prop, and that has really, really helped us. So I was tempted to get short here, but I'm not going to. As I said, we're going to keep it. Oh. This is when I repented when I visited Notre Dame. Yeah, no, I did not. So the point is, it's literally it's like I call it the flight simulator of trading, right? Every airline pilot, every professional pilot, every fighter jet pilot trains on a flight simulator, because those tend to be actually better than the real flying these days. And this is the same thing. It's the flight simulator of trading. So hopefully that answers your question as to why I like prop, why we love trading prop, why everybody in the room here, we spent a huge part of my coaching, which is part of this package, that I'm going to just put up here for you guys. My whole coaching is all about helping people pass the prop, which we do really well. Like passing the prop test is actually harder than getting into the Ivy League college. Only 4% of people pass it. 70% of our students pass it. And then beyond that, it gets even harder. Only 1% of the 4% ever get paid out, and we have like a 50% payout rate of the ones that passed. So because we teach the techniques, because we learn the indicators, because we trade a relatively simple but very, very effective strategy, all those things really come together. And it's a strategy that, of course, I then take to the real world, because Asia tonight, I'm going to be trading it on real accounts in a MetaTrader. Same idea. I've actually, for those of you guys who want to join me in Asia, fully replicated the BFF on MetaTrader, so it looks just as good on MetaTrader as it does on TradingView and on wealth charts. And we're going to be ready to rock and roll and trade that as well. So come join me tonight if you want to. I'll post up the link a little bit later. All right. So does that answer your question? Oh, look at this. Galvin, man. Oh, I'm going to run out of the money tree. He needs a money tree. Let's give him a money tree. Here comes the money tree. We'll do a different one today. There you go. Very nice. Anybody else who passed a prop overnight? Let me know so we can shower you with love. Here comes the money tree for Galvin. Very, very nice. You're actually very smart. I actually think so. Everybody always, because they're greedy, everybody goes for the large accounts. Everybody goes for the $100,000, $150,000, $250,000 accounts because they're really greedy. But if you look at the risk reward, if you look at how to test the structure, the easiest test, the simplest test is a 25,000. It's a 1-to-1 risk reward ratio. The next easiest is the one that we use, the 50,000. It's almost 1-to-1. It's 2,500 down, 3,000 up. The further you go, 150, 200,000, the risks are so skewed against you. It's 1-to-3, 1-to-4, 1-to-11. I'm just exaggerating, but the more money you want, the harder they make it for you to pass it. And that is why it is by far much easier to pass $10,000, $25,000 accounts than it is to pass $250,000 account, in my opinion. But you guys do what you do. Have a good time. I'm watching the clock. It's 9:28. Tempting as it is, shit. I could have made. This was a trade. This was a trade. Now, of course, now I'm regretting being a good boy and not trading the open. But it's fine. There's 1,000 opportunities. Lee agrees with me. He says that he. Why am I having a hard time with this thing? Hang a second, guys. He dropped 250 accounts using 50K only now with wealth charts. Yeah. And I actually, guys, I totally encourage you, especially because the way we trade. Remember, we're trading 1-on-1. 25,000 gives you, I think, 4. I'm talking about minis. It gives you 4 minis at your disposal. So we literally have the flexibility to go 2, 3, but we're trading 1-on-1. Just one mini on the buy side, 1 mini on the sell side. It's actually, think about that. 15 trades. It's $100. 15 trades. All you need on a 25,000, and we're done. I'm talking myself. Like I gotta go buy some wealth charts today because I'm going to. One of the things we're gonna do is, so we're trading the corporate wealth charts, which which is fine. Like this is the BK account, and I'm trying to run those. But actually, I really wanted to trade my own because I'm actually trading my own. This is my own account. I literally paid money to Apex for for these accounts. Happy to do so. As you guys know, I have what do we have here? We have, just to show you, we have 3 funded, and 2 of these I'm going to get funded. And once we get that, we'll have 5 funded. We'll just trade only funded accounts over here. And I want to do the same thing with wealth charts. I'm going to try to get like at least 4 funded wealth charts accounts. But as I'm talking to you guys, I'm actually talking myself I was going to buy the 50s. I'm going to buy the 25s. I realized that with the structure that we have, the trading that we have, it's 15 fucking trades. I could get this thing without even stressing. I could get it funded in a week, because it's like 5 trades an hour. It's basically 15 hours. No, it's like 3 hours to 5 hours to try to get funded on a good run. So, anyways. I'm just riffing here. Yeah, it happens, man. The whole point is, dude, the other great thing about prop accounts is it doesn't matter. You blow up an eval, who cares? You blow up a funded account, it's a little more painful, but who cares? Ultimately, these are tiny, tiny, tiny amounts of money versus the money that you could get in just one single payout, right? Just one, even if you get funded, 1 out of 10 of the funded accounts, it will pay for all of your stuff and then some as you go forward. And as you get better, your ratio is going to get much better. That's the beauty of it. I used to always get pissed off, and I totally the best thing that I did to myself was never give a shit about blowing up a prop account. Not that you want to consciously, but like you absolutely never want to give a damn about blowing a prop account. That's the beauty of prop. Gallon says he this is with Darren, and he's saying that the most successful traders. Wow, I look at this, and I swear to God, I had no idea. That's actually wow. I got to talk to Darren and ask him. That's so funny. I had no idea. This is like I'm just totally riffing this morning, and Gallon is supporting what I'm saying. Do I expect a correction in the market, or is it just going to keep going up? No. First of all, we don't give a shit. We trade next minute. In the next minute, it might go up, it might correct. We just trade whatever's happening next minute. The best way to never care about what the market does is to scalp, because scalping just keeps it very, very real, right? Although having said this today, okay, we're 9:32. I'm giving myself permission to start looking for trades. And I'll discuss our trading setup in just 1 second. But yeah, I mean, that's the point. Why I have wasted more energy and hours in my life trying to figure out where the market goes next. And now I find it so amusing watching all my friends on Twitter live or die by their prognosis and then try to defend their wrong points of view, because inevitably they're always wrong. How many people were projecting recession? The only thing I ever do on Twitter these days as far as macro is always laugh at whatever is the conventional view. 2 weeks ago, 1,000 people were out of 1,000 people were projecting recession, and I posted. I said, "There's almost zero chance it's going to happen because everybody's convinced now." Now everybody is all of a sudden super bullish. So yeah, I'm a little bit more cautious, but we haven't gotten to the point where everybody and their mother thinks that we're going to the moon. Similarly, everybody, including yours truly, thought gold was going to 5,000, but it clearly isn't going to go to 5,000 overnight. I actually have a little bit of a gold trade set up here. So we're going to go long here. How much time do we have on the clock? 28 seconds. 28 seconds. Gold is still not giving it to me. I'm waiting for the green dot. Look at that. Gold is really, really tight. Everything is tight today. So tight. I haven't seen this trade be so tight in a long, long time. So I'm just watching. If gold comes up, this would be the second green dot in a trend, and therefore gives us a chance for success, because this is a higher dot, to go higher. But no. So we switch back away from gold, and we look around for over here, and just wait to see what's going on here. Guys, I got to step away from the camera for just 1 second. Just bear with me. Let me see if I can just... Can I mute the camera? Stop mic cam. All right, I'm gonna stop the camera for just 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, am I back? You guys, can you guys hear me? Sorry, I was trying to be really smooth and take my camera off, and nearly blew out my whole presentation. Give me a yes that you guys can hear me. Testing. Yes, yes, yes. Somebody in comments, give me a yes. You guys can hear me. Okay. Thank you, Sanchi. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Sorry, I was trying to be really, really cool because I said, oh, I'm gonna mute the camera so you guys don't hear me shuffling around. Because I'm in Jersey today, and of course there's like 1,000 people coming to the house. I gotta have the lawn guys and pool guys and everybody else. So I'm trying to manage everything. It's the suburban Boris today. So I'm trying to do the thing. Um, Yeah, I mean, and that that's true, and and you will also blow funded accounts. It's just nature of the beast. It's fine. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. You're gonna get better. You're gonna blow them less. You're gonna start to control yourself better. It's all part of it. Like I am, as you guys can see, I am not a bullshit furu. I trade real markets, real live, all the time with you guys, real prices, and I don't like pretend like I pass every account. I get paid out $1 million in fake TradeZilla, notices or manufactured PDF fonts, stuff like that. Right? It's I will not say because I don't want to badmouth anybody. But there's so many people to badmouth in this business. It's hilarious. But there is a certain lady who claims that she's a really, really good trader. And then somebody else posted that she has never actually passed a prop account, which is like literally the bare bones minimum you need. I mean, I've passed, as you guys you have seen, at least 20 in front of your own eyes. But it's like the bare bones minimum you need to actually just have to prove that you actually have a trading system. And this guy says that, she claims she makes $100,000 a trade and so on and so forth. And yet she's never been able to pass a prop account. And I've always thought she was bullshit, but now I'm pretty much convinced that she's bullshit. So that's the thing. You guys see me. We trade for $100. We trade for real money, real targets, real strategies here, which I'm going to start talking about right now. So what do we got here? We got negative trend in NASDAQ. Fuck me. Sorry guys, I stepped away and I missed the gold trade. So gold trade. We should have been long here. It's actually, let me see. This is worth this would have already hit the target. So we're not taking any gold trades. We're not chasing this trade. This is the trade that I was hunting for a dollar trade. It just didn't go. So it's fine. Let me get in here. You know what I want to do? I want to go settings, alerts. Why is it alerts is off? Why is it on? Set as default. Okay. I'm just going forward, and I think I'm just learning a little bit about, oh no, that's not what I want. Settings, alerts, off, set as default. Okay, set as default, and then okay. All right, that should go off, hopefully. All right, back to NASDAQ. So really, really tight markets. Moving averages are essentially on either side of each other. There's very, very little opportunity to maneuver. But for us, as we are scalping, there's always a little bit of opportunity to maneuver. So I want to show you something interesting that I've thought about, which is when I'm trading trend, we define trend as the blue short-term moving average below the red, right? And then we have two red dots, one lower than the other. It's just a straight, a downward sloping line if you connect the two red dots. So this would have been a trend trade to the downside for 5-point target, right? Similarly, when we have an uptrend, it's two upward. It's two dots where one is trading upward, right? That's an upward trading trend. Counter trend, however, is a different animal. Counter trend is, I think, and I've sort of, and I want to kind of just do this right now with you to prove it. I'm going to do it in small. I'm just going to do it in small because it's a very, very small, very flat market. Which account did I take this in? This was in 78. I think I'm in. Yeah, wait. What happened? Oh, did this get done? Oh, maybe this just got done. So what I was going to say is, yeah, it must have gotten just done. I got long here and it just got done. Let me see. If I go into settings, executions, okay, MMQ, yeah. See that I got long here, got over here. So what I was going to say to you is, it's the one thing that I've changed as far as my approach goes to trading is when I take the counter trend trade. And by the way, doing it this way, you're absolutely going to get yourself clipped more. When I do a counter trend trade, I realized that in counter trend trading, it's better to take the first. Usually, you know, I always want to mimic myself and do 2 green dots, same kind of idea. You know, one green dot higher in a counter trend in order for me to take the opposite side. But I've just realized that no, you want to take the first change of trend, because this is effectively change of trend to the upside. Take that first move. A lot of times it's going to be a false pop, right? A lot of times it's just not going to give you that extra 5 continuation points, and you're going to get trapped. But then you have a chance to come back the second time. If you look at this, if you sort of look at this, this is a positive trend move, right? And you're selling the first red dot after a green move. So you sell this. Maybe you get stopped out here. You actually don't even get stopped out here, but maybe you get stopped out here. But the second one usually resolves. And the key thing to making maybe doing counter trend, I actually just am perfectly happy trading same size trend, counter trend. You're going to get more errors on counter, meaning more stop outs on counter trend. Actually, it's a good way of thinking about, you know, stops are just errors instead of you know, sins. You're going to get more errors on the counter trend moves, but because you're coming in with such small size, you can, you know, I can go 2 times size or even 4 times size and be able to resolve it on the second trade, which I've usually been able to do. Now, one thing I've been doing, which is, you know, overnight, is I've been kind of trading, you know, counter trend signals really tiny. It's like literally a micro. That's not very exciting. Overnight I was able to make like, you know, $80 instead of $800 trading micros. But one, it keeps, you know, when the price action is really indefinitive, it keeps you in the game. It doesn't, in no way, shape, or form, it hurts your account, and it keeps you net positive. It's almost virtually impossible unless you're doing stuff wrong within my system to lose money, because if you miss the first one, you just come up with 4 micros the second time, just get yourself back to flat, and then come back again and reset. So it's an interesting way. It's certainly the best way to do it on funded accounts, because you're treading water, making a little bit of money before the trend kind of materializes. Because where we really make our money is when we get a nice trend segment, right? When we get like literally 8, 9, 10 dots in a row. That's when we start that's where the opportunities are. You get 3, 4, 5 consecutive winning trades because you got all these dots in a row. You're just scalping, boom, 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 boom. But today is just not that day. And maybe today is just a day where, you trade small and trade for small term moves all around. No, it's not Kathy Wood, guys. I'm not talking about professional. I mean, Kathy Wood, everybody knows Kathy Wood. Kathy Wood has managed to lose more people money than any human being in the world, and she's fine. I love Kathy Wood. She's an interesting character. No, I'm talking about YouTube influencers, who I'm sure you guys have all seen, who all claim that they've made thousands of dollars on their trades, and they show their real accounts, their quote unquote real accounts. I'm going to be trading my real account with you guys soon, because we're going to set one up. I actually trade my futures through my IRA. Again, this is do as I say, not as I do. Part of the class, I absolutely don't advise you guys do that. But I have a part of my IRA. I just simply trade my futures in. I'll be happy to do that. My point is that everybody always loves to show you statements, quote unquote statements. Statements are bullshit. We all know that statements can be PDF'd in 5 seconds. Show me your real account moving up and down with your real money in P&L. Then I'll start to believe you actually know what you're doing. But anyways, this is just one of those girls. But I just thought it was hilarious that she couldn't pass a 50,000 eval, and she claims she makes $50,000 a trade, which I knew. I I can sense who's bullshit on YouTube in 5 seconds flat. We talked about this. If they say, I rarely ever have a loss, number one red flag. I think I'm going to do a tweet. All the red flags of how you can sense a furo. I rarely ever have a loss. Or the other one, my favorite is, I have a 2-to-1 risk reward strategy, and I'm 70% accurate. Because if you just think about it for 1 second and run the math, that means the guy is going to be a billionaire in 1 year. If I was 70% accurate on a 2-to-1 risk reward strategy, I have a 1-to-4 risk reward strategy. I lose 4 times as much as I win, and I have like barely an 82, 83% winning strategy, because the markets don't give you dollar bills for a penny down. Okay, if it did, we'd all be billionaires. So what's my other favorite red flag? I only trade 15 minutes a day. Another bullshit line. You feel free to suggest all the bullshit red flag lines of how you should how like they have the red flags about dating somebody. This should be red flags about following somebody on gold. John, you got in late, my friend. Yes, remember, Joe, I told you not to get into gold. I said we're not following gold because gold, we were late. This was the trade. Here was a trade. Here was the exit. We got nothing to do. If nothing else, I've learned not to be late, not to chase. Do not chase. Wait for the next one. It's just, today is a tight market, guys. Like, here we might have a gold is finally maybe developing. 25 seconds left. We're getting a green trade. Which account am I in? This is the 73. I want to do this. So the 86 will be the short. 73. By the way, this whole idea of, like I told you, one account is long, one account is short. I actually just kind of do that in principle. It doesn't matter that not every trade in that account has to be long. I switch them around. Sometimes I'll say, I'm in this account. Hang on. Buy. We're long. All right, we're long gold because we have a clean buy, positive trade, positive trade in this account. We'll see if it works. Today is one of those days that's probably going to definitely challenge us left and right. But this is a legit trade, so we're going to trade the legit trade. So what I was going to say is, if 73 is the long account today, it can be a short account tomorrow. It really doesn't matter. You're on one side of the trade or on the other side of the trade. Just make sure that you segregate your trades so you have the ability, one, to always stay on that side of the market when you need to resolve your trades or trade consistently. And number two, you're not polluting. If one side is winning, you're not polluting it with bad side trades, right? With bad side trades. Or, one side is dominant, you're trading that one dominant trade in that one account. All right, we're going to let this float. Let's see what's going on in MNQ. Or in NQ. Sorry, I got to go to NQ. I'm sorry, I want to go to NQ. So we're negative trend, but I got no sell signal. I need a second red dot. To make it happen for me, and I'm watching for that second red dot in the thing. What's going on over here? And we're done. We're done on gold. Gold is done. So that trade is good. Now we'll leave it alone for the next minute or two, and we'll come back. Gold is golden. Yes. Well, today gold is gold. I mean, it's really, really quiet. Anyways, hey guys. Let's do it today. Everybody in the comments, I want to hear red flags of bullshit that YouTube furus tell you. Like everything in your experience that you've heard that you, after having traded for real, realize was complete bullshit. I'd love to hear it because I'm sure you guys probably got some really good notes in addition to what I have. Still no sell signals on NAS. Just watching that. Gold. So let me explain to you what I do with my gold. So this is a very, very nuanced rule, but it's a rule that has saved me so much money. And this is the key rule. So enter here, exit here, right? If you look at it, if you came in blind, you look at it, you go, oh, it's a rising chart. You got two positive green dots. You should be taking this trade. And the answer is no. The reason why I don't take the trade is because if the exit bar, if the exit candle is the 1-2 structure, I wait, and I don't enter on that candle. I wait until this candle. This is actually now a brand new fresh candle, which has not created a signal. I wait on that candle, and if it stays, if it gives me a green dot here in the next 39 seconds, I'll try to go long again. But the nuance here is that you don't re-enter on the same candle you exited. This pauses you up a little bit, gives you a little bit more confidence that if the trend is there, you're going to take it. 16 seconds left. I'm still watching this. The dot, gold looking like a little bit of a run. Let's see, 8, 9, 7 seconds. I'm putting my finger on the trigger here. 3, 2, 1, 1. All right, long on this. Let's go see what NASDAQ is doing. NASDAQ is turning. Okay, so NASDAQ is doing a turn trade. And again, remember, we're downtrend, blue below red. I'm getting a green dot. And usually, as I said, I want to have two higher rising green dots, but this is a counter trend trade. And I'm actually going to bite the bullet on this if this thing green dot stays. And I'm going to just simply take this as a reversal trade. But maybe what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take it on a micro lot. Just I probably should take it actually on the big lot, but I'll take it on a micro lot if this thing holds and stays. In the meantime, I think gold actually does not work on this one. It kind of got exhausted. Did I get stopped out on gold? No, but I'm going to get stopped out. Well, I'll let you know. I'll update that. I have it on my other screen. And if I get stopped out, we're just going to regroup and wait. Oh, actually, you know what? No, back up. If I have a red dot here, hold on. We're going to go to the other side. I need to. Now it's a legitimate opposite side of the trade move. How much time do I have on the count? 42 seconds. Okay, 41 seconds. 42 seconds. So I'm gonna sell this the other way. So if I get stopped on here, which I think I just did, I think I just got stopped, and this is a red that holds 27 seconds. Again, this is the single dot reversal structure, right? This is a red that holds. I'm gonna go short on this move here. If this is a red that holds. Okay, so short here. We'll see what gold wants to do. And then we're going to go back here long NASDAQ. But oh, guys, I'm sorry. I got to run. Give me just 1 second. I'll be back in just one second, okay? Hey, calm down. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. I think I got done. I don't even know if I got done or not. Where am I on? Here, guys. Hang on. Let me look. Yeah, I got done on this NASDAQ reversal, but I think on what's going on in my. Oh no, I'm still short on my gold. My gold, neither my long nor my short gold is working today, but we'll give it we'll just be patient with it. Sorry, I'm just watching both sides, trying to figure out where I'm at here. So the next idea here is with gold, if neither side works, because these are eval accounts, I can go larger. I'm going to go actually 4 large with the next signal I get, the next clean signal I get. So if I get the next clean green signal, I'm going to go 4 large on that, try to resolve it. The next red one, well, the red one is still in play. We'll see if this one resolves or doesn't. In the meantime, nothing new going on over here. I need 2 green dots, 2 red dots in NASDAQ. So a little bit quiet over here. Oh, I love all the red flags here. This is really great. Lambo's post dictum plays. Is post dictum, is that like, you mean like I'll show you what I did in the past? That is my favorite. That's the other one I totally forgot. Where like, I'm going to trade the past with you guys, where I did so great because of course I know exactly how the chart looks in the past, and therefore I entered perfectly here because the structure was over here, and it was so obvious because this was all support here, and then it was all resistance over here. You see how smart I am? That's my favorite. My favorite is when they annotate the past. Truly takes an incredible skill to annotate the past. I always say, try to annotate the future like I do. That's a much more interesting proposition. But that's true. Yeah. I discovered a secret strategy that no one else in the universe knows about, and it makes me $10,000 every 10 seconds. That's also a good one. Yes, that's really, really good. I'll share with you if you pay me $45 a month. That's also really good. And then unique trading system with secret indicators is a red flag for me. Everything is invented decades before. Just exactly. Yes. As you can see, my stuff is super, super simple. Exactly. Yeah. Now my favorite is I think this is the good one about the super secret strategy no one in the universe knows about before. Everything is, of course, very well known. Gold. I'm talking and I'm missing my gold trade. Here's a gold trade. Shit. No. That's legit. We're gonna take this gold trade here. God, man, I'm getting crushed here. I'm gonna take this gold trade here on the I actually should have taken it here. I guess I'm late. Now I can't take it. I'm sorry, guys. I was watching NASDAQ and I kind of got distracted by gold. This is the problem. This is why I always trade only one instrument from my own account, because it's really, really hard for me to keep track of both of them. But it's fine. I'm going to wait for this thing to close, to hold. All right, I'm going to screw it. I'm doing something bad and I'm chasing it, but I don't care. At this point, I really don't care because I'm keeping my focus on too many things. I'm trying to resolve this whole trade here. Fuck, it was right there. Push. Come on, push. There we go. So I resolved the gold side to the positive side. The short side is still going to be a long time coming. In the meantime, I want to be trading this with 5 seconds left. Let me get over here. Sell. All right, we're short. Again, I'm on the wrong account. I want it to be on the NQ account. Well, that's fine. Maybe this will be a blessing in disguise. I hit the wrong button. It's very hard for me to kind of switch between the two accounts with you guys, but I'm trying to do the best I can. And today is look at this. And that got done on. It should have been $100. I wanted to do this on a large account, but I did it on a small one. Whatever, it's fine. You guys get the idea. The trades are coming. I try to do the best I can in terms of showing you the setup. This was, again, the clean setup. Red, lower the red, take the trade, nice and clean, pure trade. This was higher green. I should have taken it over here. I took it late. I got lucky. I resolved this trade. The only thing that's left on my plate here is to resolve my short trade, which is still a while away. No trades for me for gold for right now, and I got to go back to one size. And I'll leave this alone. We'll deal with the short side later. Maybe what we'll do, since you guys know I am an NQ trader, maybe what we'll do. This is the other cool thing is because we have so many accounts and we have the multiple platforms. Tomorrow, I'm going to switch it up and I'll trade NASDAQ in wealth charts and gold in Tradeovate, which means that this will be my red-haired stepchild, and then I'll trade wealth charts all focused on wealth charts. I think this is the best way to do this as I trying to work out the way for us to manage the platforms and the structures. We'll just flip around and trade my favorite product on a different platform every day, and then you'll get the right you get the right attention for it. Oh yes, that's another really good one. Yes. That's my favorite. It's like talk like he's flat, and then he's like, "Oh, I made $1 million." Like, where was your entry? Sorry, can you show me your entry? That was my favorite. That's another really good one. Oh, I'm gonna save all of these. I need to save all of these as these are gold of all the bullshit that all the bullshit YouTube tour guys come in. Dr. D making some money on ES. Good for you. Nice job. I'm still, you guys see it. It's really flat. We're dicking around. Not much going on. Really very little continuity either way. Gold is actually moving, and I sort of, gave up the gold possibility here. Gold is here's a tough thing about gold, and this is why gold will break your heart sometimes. So let's look at if we deconstruct this trade. This is a pretty good strong run in gold, right? So I'm a little bit late here. We didn't take this gold. This would have worked. We took this one that worked. This was a run that just nicks us out. Like gold will do this to you. It'll just clip you out and then go on a run. And you kind of have to just sort of, I think, accept the fact that even though you were on the right side of the trade, it just didn't work. And right now, I missed this particular trade because I'm I was a little bit gun shy. I should have taken this trade right here. Now we know. Now it's just really running, and I'm not pulling the trigger. Just not. Here's the thing, guys. I am not I don't like gold. I keep telling you this, and I unnaturally force myself to trade it because I know everybody likes to trade it. If this was NASDAQ, I'd have no problem hitting all these buys. You have to have incredible faith in your instrument, and I have like zero faith in gold. It's just a personal, peeve. It's not anything. And the point is, there's no shame in admitting it, and there's no point in like trying to change yourself. If this isn't your great instrument, don't fucking trade it. I mean, unless you want to kind of get better at mastering your demons, which is always a good thing too. But then you just have to. Then I'd have to, just like everything else. Like if you're playing tennis, right, and you're bad at your backhand, right? The number one thing that you do in tennis is you literally you run around your forehand. You hit every stroke. You hit 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 backhands in a row. You don't do a single forehand in order to get yourself comfortable to hitting backhands, right? And that's what it would take for me to just basically do nothing but just trade gold all day long, every day, to get comfortable, which, maybe one of these days I will. But that's what you kind of need if you don't have faith in the instrument, which, by the way, would have just totally banked us. I hope all of you guys on the that are trading gold are killing it, because I'm certainly not doing it today with you guys on gold. In the meantime, NAS is doing nothing. So NAS over here, let me see what I got. Right, I'm long NAS here. A little bit late, actually, just a little bit late. But let's see if, again, this is the single green dot. May not work, and if it doesn't, I'll try to resolve it on the next long shot. It's fine. But I'm going to try and trade minis on the Nasdaq now to see if we could just do a little bit of banking. Nas is just not moving today, whereas gold is just putting on the perfect bullet train, which I'm missing, which is okay, But you guys are hopefully getting it. Hopefully, you guys are getting the idea of how to trade the bullet train. But I am a little bit off my game. Also, I'll be honest with you guys. I have 1,000 people coming into the door. I'm like not focused today because I'm in Jersey. I unfortunately everything is everybody's coming to the door. I'm not watching the screens. Today is one of those sessions where you get to learn from my mistakes, not from my. So we get clipped out on this one. It's fine. Now we watch for the short side and see if we can get a short move to the other side, because clearly we're reversing a little bit in a choppy environment. Oh my God, gold is really what's going on? Is there news? Man, gold just totally taking off. Holy cow. Yeah, look at this. Joe's going 3 in a row in gold. Good for you, Joe. I hope you're knocking him dead. Good for you. NQ, yeah, that's good for you. You got done. I should have been done in NQ. I had a bad entry in NQ, but I'll live with it. I'm going to trade if this gives me a short signal, I'm going to trade the short signal on my other account here. So far, nothing on the NQ side. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. Gold really went on a ramp. I'm glad you guys did it. I certainly missed it today, but the beauty of scalping is another hour, another story, another chance. Trying to see if I can get a second red dot in NAS, because that would be a sell signal for me. If I don't, I don't. Then we have to be patient. And I'm trying to see if I get a red dot in gold to see if I can go the other way. Because I'm missing all the green dots here. There was 3 trades in a row that all would have hit nicely, that I just sort of missed. Nico says he's long gold now, so for sure he's going to go. Now you're probably going to bank. You'll probably bank. We'll see. Oh, red dot. Let's sell it. Sell it. All right, I'm short on the 79 account. Let's go to the 79 account. Oh, Jesus. Ugh. All right. Try and trade, legit trade. Looks like I'm getting clipped on both sides here in NASDAQ today. All right. Yeah, I just um, okay. Let's go to gold. Let's see if I get a gold reversal move here. Then we'll come back to Nasdaq, try to resolve that one. Nope. Market's super quiet today. No, sorry, somewhere in the Rockies. I haven't set up the raffle. I'll try to do one tomorrow. I haven't been able to do the raffle today. I'll let you guys know ahead of time if I'm doing raffles, but I haven't been able to set up the software because I'm not in my office today. All right, watching gold. Nico, your gold trade hit. Okay, I'm on my. I want to go 78. Set myself up. 31 seconds left. You're probably not going to see this on this account, but I'm going to go. I'm going to try and try to resolve this one to the long side. Let me see if I can go. I'm on my 78 accounts. Let's see if we can do this. 17 seconds left. It's got to hold the green dot, so green dot is not holding yet. Um, nope. Nope. Trade goes away. I would have if I was by myself and not. Yeah, whatever. I'll leave it alone. No trade. Look how tight the range is in Nasdaq. This is like, you know, happens usually in one candle. We've been doing this for about. This is a 418, 60-point range for an hour. There's really nothing going on here. I'm gonna patiently wait this out, one way or the other. Whatever is the signal, we're gonna trade this out and then take the trades once they set up. Twenty-six seconds left. Possible buy trade here if this holds. 6, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Just turning my attention to gold now. All right, so that got resolved. So the long side of it is back to flat. We'll worry about the short side later. But now I kind of want to watch. I'm just watching gold to see if I get a red dot anytime soon. Oh man, other contractors coming to the house today. Sorry guys, today is just, I'm sorry, like a really crazy ass fucking day where I'm trying to manage people and trading at the same time. But we're gonna stay focused on this gold thing. We're looking for a red dot on gold. See if we can resolve the gold part. Where's Nasdaq? Nasdaq is nothing. I mean, we were able to resolve this, the long side, which is all that we can do, and then everything else we just hang tight. All right, what's gold going to do? So don't forget, I just want to make sure that nobody forgets, today is the last day for the Apex sale. Please go out there, buy like 4 or 5 of them because, as you can see, you need them. But just, they're so cheap to lock in right now. You'll have the flexibility to do it a little bit later. Here comes the red dot on gold. Let's see if it's actually going to do anything for me. Nope. $1.52 on the clock. So we're going to stay patient with this trade. Nothing on. Well, actually, I take it back. Now that we resolved this one, this is now a legit counter trend trade, right? 2 positive greens that we should be monitoring, but we have to monitor one of these things at a time. This is why I always say it's much better to trade one single instrument at a time. You won't diffuse your focus. Gold is still holding bid. We had a massive rally, a really big rally, 40-point rally in gold, right? And I'm sorry, I completely missed it. First of all, 2 things happened. Gold shook me out of a trade that was literally a positive trade, so that fucks you up mentally. And then secondly, I was really focusing on Nasdaq when the real rally was in gold. For those of you guys who took it, and all of you whose conscience was clear and weren't messed up with a million other things, you took these trades, you ran them really, really well. I'm still like Don Quixote wailing at the windmills here, tilting at the windmills, looking for the red dot, which is not about to come yet. All right, let's trade this on the one lot. 10 seconds left. If this holds, we're going to try and trade this as a legit counter trend trade. 2, 1, boom. So target is 11 on this one. We'll see if it holds. In the meantime, what do we have here? Nothing. Gold really, really rocking. Nothing here. All right, so this now we bank net positive. We first trade was negative. Second trade washed away the profits. Now it's net positive on the long side of NAS. Gold is still not showing me any trades. Yeah, Nasdaq Apex loves to discount. That's why we love Apex. Okay, let me sort of review. Do you guys follow what we should we just, since I got no gold statements here, let's take a look historically, and I'll show this to you on this on the history side. See, this is the only history that is legitimate when you're trading for real. The only history is when it shows you the actual history of your trades on the charts. This is what I love to every YouTube influencer, have them show this to you. You know, then I would believe whatever the fuck they're doing. But let's talk about this. So right. So so here we go. I buy this gold. Excuse me. I buy this long trade, right? I get stopped. So that's -4. I then go 4 large over here. That resolves, right? So now we're net even on this trade. Then I go long here and I get, +5. So now we're positive on this trade. That's basically where we stand as far as NASDAQ goes on the history of NASDAQ trading today in a very, very tight market, right? Now going back to gold, do I get a red dot? Am I ever going to get a red dot? We'll see. $1.07 on the clock. So give me a yes if you guys kind of understood what I was trying to do here in terms of structure. This is actually a legitimate buy trade over here. I'm going to buy the top here just to show you how good I am at gold. Now I'm going to trust my process, even though I hate the instrument. 45 seconds left. If this thing holds as a red, green dot, it's a legitimate buy for me. Maybe it's going to go to 3,300. I don't know why gold. I'm not following the news right now, so I'm not sure why everybody's buying gold today. But clearly, it's an uptrend, and clearly, if you just simply listen to the market instead of trying to, be in your own head, you would have. All of you guys did very, very well today, trading this. 8, 9, 7. Got to make sure this green dot holds. I'm not going to trade this. 2, 1. Ah, does it disappear? No. Okay. It kind of disappeared at the end and then came back up. Now I went long this thing. Let's see if this will be my sacrifice to the gods. I'm going to buy the top as always in gold. But if I finally get the red dot, I can resolve the red trade. Let's see. Do I finally get the red dot? Oh, look at this. I actually resolved. Look at this. I stayed to my process and the long trade worked. So now, we're basically 200 to the good on the long side. The red is just probably going to have to wait until off hours, guys, because I got to go. I got a meeting. The queen is gonna start yelling at me to get into the room. But you guys get the idea. Here's what's going on in NAS. First red dot. We get a second red dot. We're going to try and resolve that trade to the short side because that's a trend. That would be a trend signal. And then we'll see how that plays out. Not exactly a picture perfect day today, but still, it shows you, number one, resilience of my strategy, the structure of the strategy, and if nothing else, the fact that I just, I really, really waited until I got the right signals. I'm really glad you guys did really well on gold today. That's great. I am going to still have to try to work on it and resolve it. As I said, tomorrow maybe we'll flip over the wealth charts to Nasdaq, and I'll try to trade that on Nas, and see how that works out. But if you're trading for yourself, my struggle today should be a really good lesson to you. Focus on one instrument. Love the one instrument. Learn the one instrument. Trade that. I am a Nasdaq master. I love the Nasdaq. I can smell its movements. That's what you do. I trade gold for you, and of course I fuck it up half the time, but you guys enjoy it, which is great. Let you guys keep doing it. Those of you guys who want to learn how to trade a weak instrument, it's like I said, it's like practicing your backhand. All you do is you trade gold for 10 days straight to really kind of learn its inner workings. That's the key to good scalp. Good scalping is a combination of a good strategy, good execution, and deep knowledge of the product. It's a specialist type of a strategy. You're not being a generalist. You're being very much a specialist to the strategy that you're doing. Okay, my friends, had a lot of fun. Come join me in Asia today, MT5, all the tools, everything there to trade. We're going to trade the real accounts there. Yes, definitely better to focus on one. NDQ doing nothing but gold. Is it today? Yes, absolutely. But a couple of other things just before I go, take away. You see how separating the long and the short accounts, even when you're fucking up, is so good, because only, like right now, out of the 4 accounts I have, only one of them is damaged, right? Which is great, because all the other ones are kind of recovered. Secondly, you see that focusing on just one product is definitely much better. But having both of those things really gives you an opportunity to do the best you possibly can. Thank you guys. Everybody have a good one. Red dot in gold. Is he telling me? Are you telling me red dot in gold? Am I missing it? Where's the red dot in gold? I don't see it. No red dot, my friend. Just missed it. Okay, maybe the next one will be. And I'll try to look for it. Thank you guys. Everybody have a great day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.